Let's get some more chatter here on the show.
I used to, as a matter of fact, I used to know a guy named Peter. And I can't remember the way that the fucking punchline, the joke goes. I'll come back to that.
Wait,
it was something.
You can't just leave that there.
Well, no, wait a minute. I'm trying to remember because it's a rhyme. He showed me the meaning of true friendship because some friends may come and go, but he'll be your friend Peter out or Peter in. I can't remember exactly how that gets set up. Anyway.
Right now, the cult are ripping their Raycon earbuds out of their ears. I don't know what you're talking about, but a few more questions here, Jim. This was sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Brian in Brenham, Texas. I ran across an article today stating that Jacob Fatu has signed with MLW through 2025. I hate the fact that a guy I consider one of the best in the business will not have the opportunity to be on national television for another 5 years. However, I understand his thinking. When your other choices are WWE, aka Mr. McMahon's World of Make-Believe, or the bipolar AEW, who can't seem to decide if they are booking professional wrestling or a backyard circle jerk, you can see why he chose to stick with MLW. Still, people are desperate for sports right now, and to me, Jacob Fatu and a handful of others could lead a resurgence in professional wrestling. Do you think he will ever get the chance to show the world what he can do?
Oh, not at this rate. I appreciate Court Bauer's contract negotiating skills on this one. I don't know. I don't know why that Fatu would sign, and I'm not knocking anybody here, but I don't know why he'd sign anything for 5 years right now with anybody. Because so much has changed and so much is up in the air. I honestly don't know why that the WWF passed, if there's any issues with the old deal where when they had Bam Bam Bigelow or a few other people, he can't go to Canada. That was a code word for he's got some stuff on his record.
If I could jump in for a moment here, two things before you go on. One is, I think we have seen if someone needs to get out of an MLW contract, it can happen. But secondly, most importantly, and I want to be careful how I say this because I don't want to give up who said it to me, but someone with knowledge of the way management is handling things in WWE told me that Jacob Fatu was not signed because of his criminal record. And it was the same reason the Briscoe brothers weren't signed to WWE. That it was specifically about their criminal records. And I was told this by someone, again, I want to be very careful.
Well, wait a minute. Now, when we say that, the criminal records, neither one of them's goddamn murdered anybody. We're talking, at least I have firsthand knowledge of the Briscoe brothers, a few assaults, them boys, Sandy Fork, few assaults and things of that level. I don't know about Jacob Fatu's specifically. However, didn't Booker T goddamn serve time in prison for armed robbery?
I believe so, yeah.
Did MVP not serve years in prison for armed robbery?
I believe so.
Bam Bam Bigelow couldn't go to Canada, as they used to say back in those days. So finish your thought if you weren't already, but I didn't want to leave it their criminal record like, my God, these guys robbed a bank somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm just saying I was told with someone with extreme knowledge of the thinking of management in WWE that this was the exact reason why Jacob Fatu and also the Briscoe brothers, who have worlds of talent, were never signed by WWE. I don't believe you because I don't think anybody has extreme knowledge of the inside working blah, 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 as you just mentioned. But I don't know the particulars of the deal. I'm happy that Fatu's happy in MLW. I'm happy at Court signed him. I don't know why you'd sign for 5 years a guy with that talent anywhere. I don't care about his unless
He's too young to have served enough time to justify the offense that he shouldn't be in the WWE. If he did something bad enough that they shouldn't sign him, as talented as he is, and in this fucking day and age, then he should still be in prison for it. And I don't think that's the case. That doesn't explain. What explains AEW is Jacob Fatu's from California. So are the Young Bucks and the guy they used to hang out with until everybody found out he was an asshole. And I guarantee you that Jacob Fatu never agreed to grab the other guy's fucking crotch or fucking get knocked out by the little middle schoolers' super kicks. It's why he's not in AEW. But I'm just telling you, that guy's a major fucking talent with a manager that knew what the fuck he was doing. And I'm not auditioning for the fucking part. He can talk a little bit, but he needs a manager, because you need to hear from a guy like that as little as possible and only when it means something. And he can do everything in the fucking ring, and you can put believability into him. And maybe he will be on national TV. Maybe MLW will be on national TV. But I'm surprised he locked himself into one place in today's environment for 5 whole years.